So this is the continuation of my previous video. I remember stating in my previous video that I had a gist to share. So here goes the gist.
Diary of a sickle cell warrior with Sarah Ezekiel.
So back in 2018, I was admitted in the hospital and I met this doctor who was so gracious to share the story of her loving friend with me. Now, our wonderful friend was in a relationship with this young fellow, and apparently they didn't bother to even find out what their genotype was. After dating for several years, and when they were ready to get married, then they decided to do the genotype test. And guess what, guys? It came out that the both of them had AS genotype. They got to that point where they had to decide to let go or continue the relationship, telling themselves what that love conquers it all. So they decided love conquers it all, let's go ahead. And they also told themselves, which is one of the biggest fallacy a lot of people tell themselves, is that our first or our second or our third child will not be SS, rather they will either be AS. So, or AA, let's go on. Most likely we'll just give birth to one or two, to avoid the sickle cell trait. But that's a huge fallacy, because once you get married to someone whose genotype doesn't match with yours, the probability of your first child having the sickle cell genotype is the same with the probability of your child having the AA genotype. So back to the gist. They got married and then the lady got pregnant for the first child, and guess what, guys? This child ended up being a sickle cell warrior. Now, the fact that this child was a sickle cell warrior, the fact that they kept on going in and out of the hospital strained their relationship. At this point in time, the love conquers it all wasn't conquering it all anymore. They were strained mentally, physically, psychologically, emotionally. Every single part of their lives was strained. Now they told themselves something else. You know what? We've given birth to our first child who is a sickle cell warrior. We're pretty sure our second child will not be a sickle cell warrior. So they went at it again. The lady got pregnant, and then guess what again, guys? The second child ended up being a sickle cell warrior. I know in Nigeria we'll say things like, this woman's village people is pursuing her. It is just pure science and pure life. So having a second child as a sickle cell warrior, their marriage was strained. It got to the extent that this doctor who was sharing this story with me told me that at the point of her sharing this story with me, this couple were already divorced. Yes, they were already divorced. Apparently, love didn't conquer it all. So yes, I'm not saying do not date someone or do not marry someone who has the AS genotype. Who knows when you get someone who has the AA genotype. Besides, just between the both of us, those AA guys, they are so proud. Is it just me? Anyway, that's talk for another day. Just remember, your wisdom or your own love conquers it all could be going the adoption route, or looking into IVF. But be wise and be smart about it. That'll be all, guys, in this video. Till I see you in my next video. Bye.